Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Six Morning Show. I'm Tony T, and our show today will get you picks here from the NBA, big card tonight, NBA, as well as college hoops. Also hockey. We'll get you picks there as well as we're getting close to these All-Star breaks here for both sports. And, of course, we'll have our parlay segment at the end of the show. We're with you here every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. All we ask you to give us that like, that thumbs up. It really helps us build up our audience. We greatly appreciate that. So let's go ahead. Let's meet the cappers. And then we're going to get right to the picks. We know it's winter time. We'll say hello to Rod. Rod, what's going on? All bundled up. Double
all
layered
bundled up. Trying to warm up, man. I mean, I'm like this cooler, all week cooler. It hasn't been good. It's like you try to win, and then it's like, another losing day. And then the next day, just a little losing day. Well, they keep losing these days up. You can see it. Slowly documented over there. We had a great start, but we're in a cooler, so I figured I'd bundle up and try to get warm and heat up. So it's one of those another losing day yesterday. So yeah, you just try to get back right. You can't win them all. We try, but there's always that backslide. So I've been on the backslide. Buy low, sell high. Time for me to catch on another heater. Time to heat up. I like today's card. Definitely the college basketball. Tread lightly. There's definitely some landmines there. Some great matchups coming in tonight's NBA action. I think I'm more excited for some of these NBA games tonight to see what goes on in some of these college games. So let's get to it.
Let's say hello to Chris. Chris, what's going on? Chris coming off a 3-0 day yesterday. Big winners.
Yeah, swept yesterday. It was a nice 3-0 day. Puts me at 44-22-1. For the year so far. So having a pretty good year in the NBA, and super excited about a couple of them. We got some big stuff today with OKC and Memphis, and then Boston and the Knicks. So a lot of good action, some college basketball all ready to go.
That's right. And of course, let's say hello to Al. What's going on?
I'm pretty good here, Tony. How are you doing?
Doing good. What a good day yesterday, NBA.
Yeah, 3-2. I went 3-0 on that video too. So, and actually, you might want to start tuning into those. I don't just give out, any random three dogs. All three of those end up being premium picks, which kind of saved my day on the premium side there. So, yeah, I ended up just falling in love with them as the day went on. And, we got those team plays too. So, I think I put one in early, and I think the other two went in as team plays. So, it's another just great feature that we have over at TonySpicks.com that you got to take advantage of and keep track of.
Yep, late steam play there. Yeah, that Jazz Suns game did take years off my life. That was a wild. Grayson Allen, how the hell do you? We talked about this before. How the hell do you leave them wide open? Solo, what's going on?
All right, what's going on, everybody? Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Happy Saturday, the whole nine. Did okay yesterday. Made a little money. I want to say we went 2-1. Dropped a little nasty when you know how it goes. Ball bounce how it bounce sometimes. But it's Saturday. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it indeed. Yeah, I had a rough one in the NBA. This total by a hook there in OKC and the Toronto game, and then of course the USC, just a meltdown in that second half there. So let's get to the picks, guys. We're ready to roll here. We'll start with the NBA. Remember, get the early starts here, noon. We've got some early ones here, 3 Eastern and 1 Eastern. So let's get to the games here. Rockets and Mavericks. This is going to have a lot of attention here. Mavericks from a 4 down to 3.5, total 227 in this one. Pacers and Lakers. We got the Pacers up to 4.5 now, total 231. Spurs and Magic here. We got the Magic here laying 3 at home. This one's moved up from the 1.5, total 219. Let's take a look here at some of the injuries from this slate of games here on this the first 3 blocks here. We'll take a look here. I'll wait for my screen here to reset, and let's give you the updates on the injuries. Okay, on the Houston side, no Smith. Van Fleet's going to be out for a while. Zeller is questionable. On the Dallas side, no Lively, no Martin, no Powell. Pacers and the Lakers, news here. Turner out for Indiana. We've got Wood, Kleber, Doncic will be out. LeBron James has been downgraded to doubtful here. Early start for LeBron. He's doubtful. Williams and Reeves here, questionable there. And Spurs and the Magic, just Basie out for San Antonio. Suggs doubtful. So there you are, all caught up in this block. Let's go to Rod.
Yeah, and heading on over Houston taking on Dallas. I like the Rockets there, and that's what plus the points you can get there in that one. Give me a tough game for Dallas at home. Crowd's not going to be so happy to see them back at home the way things have unfolded. But it is what it is. So Rockets, they haven't been playing well either. So for me there in that one, I'll take the over possession. Give me the Rockets over the possession in that matchup. And then Orlando back at home off of their big trip. I like the under 219. It was 219.5. It's come down. I expect a lower scoring game there in that one. Orlando back at home playing a little bit of defense there in that one as well. So give me the under 219 Spurs and Magic.
There we go from Rod. The news on LeBron James. He's dealing with ankle soreness. That's the reason there for the downgrade. On over to Chris.
Houston, Dallas, yeah, definitely lean the points with Houston, where you can take them on the money line. It's going to be a rough game for Dallas. I feel bad for those boys, but we'll see how they react to it all. And but I'm still leaning Houston there. Since that's gone up with the Lakers, I like to take the Lakers as a dog at home. I don't know about the LeBron James thing. Sometimes that's just roster manipulation there. So either way, I still like to have the 4.5 points with the Lakers, and probably take the over. I think we see some points in that one. And then Orlando, if I had to lean aside, I'd go Orlando, but definitely the under. I mean, the Spurs tried to make they fought the Hornets pretty hard last night and put up some points. And then Orlando's coming off that road trip. So I just think we see a lower scoring one.
There we go from Chris on over to Al.
Yeah, definitely some interesting matchups here with all the trades and injuries. I think I'm going to look at the unders in the first two games here with Dallas. Obviously, that big trade, Doncic for Davis. Obviously, a defensive upgrade and losing some offense there. Not that Davis can't shoot the ball, but now, they got some bigs that don't necessarily stretch the floor around him. If he plays at the 4, sure, he's a stretch 4, but again, that leaves them with a non-shooting center, and so I think that slows their offense down a bit. And yeah, on the other side, I don't see where the offense is going to come from for the Lakers. So no Doncic, no LeBron James. It sounds like he's going to sit this one out to me. Usually we see him probable lately. We've seen him listed as. This time it looks a bit more serious, if you will. I'm not sure how serious it is, but it sounds to me like he's going to take the day off. And yeah, Spurs Orlando game should be a good one to watch, but probably just staying away from that one. But I like the unders in the first two games.
Tony Pros.
I think Tony Pros.
If you want to go solo.
I got over the solo. What is it, those three?
So Houston and Dallas. I agree. I think these teams do play a little defense. Dallas has lost 5 straight. I think they'll come in with a little bit better effort. I agree. I think we should take this total under 226. Indy and the Lakers. LeBron out, Luka's out, but this line's still sitting at 231. The Lakers have shot the ball well lately. I know LeBron usually sets the table, but I think the Pacers, they're fully loaded. They got all their bodies. I think we're going to take this total over 231. And sign me up with the Spurs on the money line. They dropped the ball last night. Wemby couldn't make a shot. He went 1 for 9 from 3-point line. I want to say he started with like 13 in the first quarter, only ended with like 16 points. I mean, he really struggled throughout the second, third quarter. Let that game get away from him. Let's take the Spurs to bounce back and get Orlando on the money line.
There from Solo. I'll tell you what I think in these games. Yeah, I'm going to look at the Dallas side. Roster addition here with Davis. Remember, Luka's been out for some time, so I think you added a strong defender to the roster. Looking at the Rockets here, I'm really struggling shooting the basketball. The defense has been bad for the Rockets over the past 5, getting 49% shooting. Mavs a pretty good shooting form, so I'll look at the Mavs in this spot. And these fans turn around. You have a nice run to the game, and the refs help you a little bit. Everything will be all nice and good there. Look at the over as well in that pace. When you got, again, I don't like to bet against the Pacers when their shooters are healthy. We saw that against the Clippers when they got their guys. But in this spot, I'm going to go over the total. You look at the Lakers, 4-1 the over their past 5 games, again, because they're shooting the ball lights out, 54%, 42%. There from 3, averaging 121 points a game. I don't know LeBron, but it's going to impact the defense as well. So I'll look at the over in this one. Also,
Tony, I did a lot of research on that new center that they added. What's the name? Williams,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not impressed. I was a little more excited than I should have been. I went back and looked at the numbers. I saw some things. I didn't realize that AD last game was against Charlotte. It was against this guy. 23 boards.
Yep, that was against Charlotte against and he doesn't. He's been hurt a lot too. So
and then I dug a little bit into the numbers. He gives up 68% shooting from the field.
Wow, that's impressive. Yeah, Magic back at home. That's where you want them. Spurs on a back-to-back, playing their 3rd game in 4 nights. I don't like the 3rd game in 4 nights spot there. I'll look at Orlando here, laying it. at home, and Orlando 8-4 to the spread at home against losing teams. This is one of those home road teams play on home, go against on the road, and that's what I'll look at in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tonics Morning Show as we get ready here for the next series of games from this NBA card. Next up, Hawks and Wizards, 2 back-to-backers here. Hawks 6, total 236. Trailblazers and Timberwolves. Team Wolves lay at 6 now, 6.5 in some spots, total 216. This is the test now for the Blazers. They're on the road. Warriors and Bulls. Warriors 6.5, total 236. We'll take a peek at that injury report here from these games. Atlanta and Washington. Just keep an eye on these two teams until game time because they are both on back-to-backs. Capella, Levert, Mann, and Niang are questionable. On the Washington side, no Bay, but we got a lot of upgrades here. Smart, Sarr, Middleton, Len, Jones, Gill, Champagne, questionable. Brogdon, probable. So some upgrades there on the Washington side. Golden State and Chicago. Kuminga remains out. Santos, questionable. Moody, probable. On the Bulls side, no Sonego. Terry, Ball, questionable. Jones, Werder, Collins, Horton, Tucker, probable. So you're caught up on and of course, Portland and Minnesota. We've got no Thibault issues with Portland here. Scoot and Denny Avaja here are questionable. On the Minnesota side, we've got Randall out, DiVincenzo out, Anthony Edwards and Michael Conley questionable. So some issues on both sides. We start with Rob.
Yeah, and you look at Portland heading into Minnesota. It's just there's Minnesota, that favorite of 6. What are they, 5-17 as favorites at home? I just can't do it. I'll continue to ride Portland. Give me Portland plus the points in that matchup. And then the Warriors laying that big number. I don't know if I trust that either. It is, what is the third game fortnight for the Bulls? Or they've had a couple off. Let me see. I think they've had a couple off, right? 2 days off? A couple days off there for the Bulls? Yeah, give me the Bulls plus the points in that one. We've seen that first one. They got down to the Heat, came roaring back in that one. Second half of the back-to-back, they got whooped by Minnesota, and that one wasn't even close in that second half of the back-to-back. So we've seen a little bit of offense from this Bulls team. So give me the +7 there at home versus the Warriors. I think it's just too many points.
There from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, Warriors, Bulls. I'm going to take the over. I mean, the Bulls just don't do well against Western Conference opponents. They're giving up 123 points. So I think we see some points in that game. Take the over there. And then I'm just going to, until Portland drops it, I'm just going to keep riding that with 6 points in this one. Not too bad for a road underdog. And probably stay away from that Washington-Atlanta. Just not. I mean, Washington did great until the fourth quarter yesterday with the Cavs, but that's kind of a stay away for me. I don't really have a side in that one.
I should. We missed the lead here. I missed the lead at least. Jimmy Butler has been cleared to play, and he's expected to play. So Butler cleared to play. Now we'll see whether or not he does play. But again, he's in the lineup expected there. Next on over to Al.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna go with the Blazers here to keep rolling. I mean, I don't know if they win this one outright. It's a pretty tough matchup on paper, certainly, but they've been playing well, and I think they keep it competitive at least. And I'm gonna look at one of the games of the night here, Grizzlies. I know this might not be a popular pick, but I think they're in a good spot here, getting the Thunder on the back-to-back. So the Grizzlies are at home with the rest advantage.
That's the next one.
Oh, shoot. All right, so I'm gonna stick to the Blazers then.
All right, they're from Al on over to Solo.
Atlanta and Washington. Washington's been playing hard. I understand why Chris jumped off this game. I actually think this is one you might want to stay on. Washington's only beat like 3-4 teams all year. They just continue to beat the same teams numerous times. I want to say they beat Atlanta twice. They beat Charlotte twice. That's just how they get down. I feel like Atlanta is kind of tanking. They've given up pretty much the whole team. I'm not sure which direction they're going in. Let's take the points with the Wizards. I'm going to sign up on the money line. You guys take the +5. Portland, we got to stay on board with Portland. They roll, and we just got to stay down until they lose one. Scoot will be out, but I think that's just more minutes for Sharp and Anthony Simons. I think they get them down. They probably possibly push this total over. I think Ant-Man will play. Let's take Portland +6. And I actually like the big man that's playing. He's probably not playing the Levine spot, but the first-round pick from the Bulls, I can't think his name. Very athletic, about 6'9", 6'10". The rookie's been playing. He had like 25 and 24 the last couple of nights. I like what he's doing. I'm gonna take the Bulls plus the points.
They're from Solo.
Batelos or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's let's see what we got here. Tolo's projected
he's
minutes.
Mazzelli?
He's Mazzelli. He's
Mazzelli's
Mazzelli.
Matas, 27
Yeah,
minutes expected.
He's athletic. I didn't realize he's better than I thought. He can play.
There we go. From Solo, I'll tell you here what I think about I'm going to continue to ride Portland as well. Minnesota against these good passing teams that average 23 or greater assist with good passing skill. Minnesota 5-16 the spread against teams with those profiles this year at home. Players, as we know, covered with 11 straight. They are 14-9 of the spread on the road. So even when they were bad, they were covering games. So I'll look at them in this spot. What do we got here? Warriors and Bulls. I agree with Rod. Yeah, I can't trust the Warriors. Even with Butler in the lineup, it's going to take. But we saw these scores come in, right, to these new teams, and they weren't covering games. All right, I think we've seen that, right, several times. So give me the Bulls in that spot. And then what was the other one? We had Portland. The Atlanta Hawks game. That's kind of a forgettable one. I think I was looking at the Hawks.
That's fine, right?
Let's see here. Hawks and Wizards. No, actually, I'm on the Washington side, believe it or not. Yeah, give me the Wizards plus the 6. Again, against these. Oh, wow, here's something that's favorable. Whenever they're at home against these bad defensive teams that allow 46% or greater, I think this is the only green in their trends and the trend sheet for why I found the only one. They're 8-5 in the spread at home against bad defensive teams that allow 46% shooting or greater. Give me Washington here plus the 5 in that spot. They're usually dogs at home. I can understand why. They've had a good spread record against bad defensive teams. And road. Oh, by the way, Hawks is a road favorite. 0-5 of the spread this year. So the Hawks that we know and love. There we go. Let's continue here on the Tony Hicks Morning Show as we get ready here for the next series of games. Hey, when you got a game like that, that's all you can go on. You just got to look at some of those and look for certain profiles. All right. Thunder and Grizzlies. This is the game. I'll call it the game of the night, even though ABC thinks differently. Thunder and Grizzlies here. We got the Thunder laying 2, total 242. Celtics and Knicks. This is your ABC game. Again, they just want to feed us this, and we got a better matchup in the previous game. Celtics 3.5, total 232. Nuggets and Suns. Oh my goodness, Suns back on the court after that wild one last night. Nuggets 4 on the road, total 237.5. Let's take a look here at the injuries for tonight. OKC and Memphis. Mitchell out. Wallace, Dort questionable. So is Dang questionable. So keep an eye on Dort. He missed the last game. And Memphis, we will have Spencer out. Spencer Davis, right? We got Spencer and then Davis. Davis questionable. Then Bagley it will be questionable. Bagley and Davis questionable. Bain will be probable there in that one. Boston and New York, your ABC game. Holiday out. Craig there is questionable. I made a reference to Spencer Davis. I know Ron Crawford isn't here today. He would have picked that one up. Robinson, Dadiate here out. OG is doubtful for New York. Towns and Hart here probable. So you're caught up on this block. So we move on over to Rod.
Yeah, for me, this one, I'm going to take OKC. Give me them on the money line. I don't trust Memphis in the spot. OKC versus just here in this spot, you bet against Memphis in this spot. It's because they go against good defensive teams, and they haven't fared so well, has been this Grizzlies team. So I think OKC, even on the back-to-back, they can slow up this Memphis team and get the win. We see them slow up in that fourth quarter versus the Raptors yesterday as well. So just as we talked about yesterday, they did slow up. Of course they did. They were looking a little bit to this game as well. So they got themselves a nice lead, got the win yesterday. So give me OKC there in that one. And then the other one I'm looking at, I like the over between Boston and New York in that I think it turns into a track. I mean, we've seen this New York team, their offense is ticked up. So they're definitely going to start heaving up shots, chucking up threes. We know Boston loves to chuck the 3 as well. So I expect a whole lot of threes being chucked, a whole lot of offense being scored there at 232. Give me the over Boston and New York. And then Denver, I'll lay the 4 with Denver. Phoenix in the second half of back-to-back. No thanks. Give me the Nuggets to roll the Suns in that one.
Yeah, from Rod, move on over to Chris.
So I did the video on YouTube, on the YouTube channel for the Boston and New York game. I'm still going to lean with that. I took the points with the Knicks. I just think it's going to be way different than what we saw back in October when Boston completely rolled over them. So I think it's a little bit closer. I'd take the points with the Knicks there. Definitely taking the points with the Nuggets on the road here against the Suns. Suns are on the back-to-back. And then you guys already know where I'm at. You can either take the points with the Grizzlies or you can take the money line. However you want to play it. that's where I'm at. I'm going to back my Grizzlies 100% tonight. This is a preview of number 1 spot, number 2 spot in the Western Conference. It is the biggest game tonight for me. But anyway, yeah. So however you want to play it, take the points, take the money line, just lay it and let's go.
Here we go. Got a lot of looking opinions here. This interesting one here. Let's move on over to Al.
Well, I'll give my opinion on it too. Then, yeah, I gotta agree. Probably the value is I gotta say on the money line here. I gotta go with the Grizzlies at home. Just a great spot for them. Tough matchup, yes, on paper. Definitely a great point guard duo right there. I mean, probably the 2 best point guards in the league, right? You won't want to disagree with that. Sure, we can debate it probably, but definitely the top 2 point guards to me. And yeah, I think we see a great match. Huh?
Monday.
What's
Monday.
Luka play? What
Monday,
position
yeah.
That is Monday now.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't rank him up there with them.
He's not a point guard?
I think Morant and SJ are both better than him.
Oh, wow. Okay. My bad.
Yeah. Call me crazy, but that's where I got him. Yeah, sorry. No, I think Doncic, a good player, as great as he is, I think he's a little bit overrated. Sorry. And so yeah, so back to my story with the 2 best point guards in the league. So I'll take the Grizzlies just in a great spot at home. They're 21-5 at home. They got the rest advantage and the home court advantage. I think you got to back them. So it's going to be tough to make a case for OKC here. I mean, Rod made his case. It's going to be a great matchup. I don't expect a blowout by any means, but I think the value is on the Grizzlies.
They're from Al on over to Solo.
Yeah, we might well stay on this game since we're here. Memphis and OKC, sign me up with OKC on the money line. They're going to come in here and get it done. I know Memphis is really strong at home. I feel like they're begging you to take Memphis. They're actually giving you points at home with a team that gets down like they get down. I'm on the other side. SGA, I agree, is one of the best 2-point guards in the league, but the other one will be Luka. Ja will be on the outside looking out of those 2 guys. Let's move on to another game here. We're just having fun. Boston and New York, I agree. I think these teams get up and down, score some points. I'm going to take that total over. And I'm on the Suns on the money line. This Denver team, I think they're missing Westbrook. I think they'll struggle to score a little bit. I think the Suns continue to fire to the end. Let's take the Suns at home on the money line.
They're from Solo. Yeah, no Westbrook, no Kankar Watson out there for this Denver. Also, Porter and Murray are questionable. Gordon probable there. And, of course, still questionable marks on Beal, Durant, Martin, and Mitchell there in that one. There in that game. All right, I'll tell you what I think here about this game. For me, it's just a spot. OKC back-to-back. It's also 3rd game in 4 nights. That's the issue there is that 3rd game in 4 nights. Grizzlies, Al mentioned the home record, but the thing I like with the Grizzlies, it's a 2-day rest advantage for Memphis. They hadn't played in 2 days, so they got it's a maximum rest advantage there, 2-day rest. When you get to 3-day rest advantage, that can be a little rust building in. But a 2-day rest advantage in my books is maximum rest advantage here against a team traveling in a back-to-back and a 3rd game in 4 nights there. Would have been more ideal if it was a 4th game in 5 nights back in the old days, but they don't do that as much anymore like they used to do.
You say Bane is out too, right?
Bane is on the injury report as was it questionable or probable? He's likely to play.
OKC 9-3 ATS in 3rd game in 4 nights situation this season. They love that spot, so that doesn't scare them away. Still love OKC there on the money line. Always solid.
How about against a team with 2 days rest advantage? that's
well, I don't know that little trend against you, but I'm just telling you.
Right? I know.
OKC in 3 and 4 nights. Not really a big advantage this season. 9-3
at home or on the road?
It doesn't look fishy.
On the road. What do they have the road? It does look a little fishy, right? Why is it only?
Memphis is probably one of the top 2 or 3 teams in the league at home. Them Dallas
21-5.
I mean, they're getting points at home. That's not a little fishy to you? Okay.
Yeah. Well, okay,
I'm on the Thunder.
There you go. Looking at the fishy line.
I'm on the Thunder too. 2-1 ATS in 3rd game 4 nights on the road for the OKC. So still a better above 500.
Hey, no doubt. We're all splitting. We're splitting the chat. We're splitting on the town.
It is. I know. We got some.
So what does that mean? Stay away. Stay away.
Yeah, I'm about to jump on the over.
They're gonna the bookies when they see that they increase the max. They increase the limits. Let's increase the limits. We got everybody split on this game. That's what the bookies do.
Wait for whoever you like to back to go down about 5 to 10 points and then bet them live.
There's a smart man right there
That was
playing
a
the
triple
in-game
upset.
live.
OKC
Right.
first quarter, first half, full game. There's no team's going to be down. OKC's just going to roll right on through.
Wow, looking for a big run out there. Oh, you're going extendo. Rod's going to go extendo on us. The extendo clip on this one.
We're thinking about it. We're really thinking about it. Look what they did to him already once this year. What was it, a 28-point blowout win?
Yeah.
And now you're going to keep it close here? Good luck.
Well, this is your angle. Revenge. That's
Revenge.
Rod likes the revenge angle. Oh, they beat us by 28. They're going to call. Although, as I said, I don't believe in revenge in professional sports. I revenge more in college.
Hasn't even been close.
You know, the thing with revenge is professional players. If you're a coach and you're feeding that revenge spot, they're offended by that because you're making them feel like college kids. Hey, this isn't the NBA. They don't like being felt like they're college kids. That's one thing that really irks them. When coaches use tactics in college towards them, they will turn on you. They do not like that. They don't like that reference whatsoever. So that's why
college love revenge.
Yeah,
they're big on it. Revenge.
Oh, they're big on it because it's the coach. The coach. So these coaches have been there the entire life. That's probably why. But the professional players, they don't like hearing that because it's a college tactic. You know, they don't like that approach coaches make there. So you don't hear it so much in the NBA. Usually, if a team has your number more so in NBA in professional sports because it gets in the head of the opponent. All right, let's close out the NBA tonight with the final two games here. Pelicans, Kings. Boy, Kings now up to 7 in this one. Total 238. Jazz and Clippers. Clippers now up from 14 up to 15.5. There's a 16 as well up on some of these books. My goodness, this one's moving as we speak. Total 224.5. Let's take a look at the injuries here in these last two games. We got the Pelicans and Kings. We got Jones out. Olnick and Brown here. Probably this is about the healthiest I've seen New Orleans. Just Jones out for a while here. So Pelicans are looking about the healthiest they've been all season. Just Jones out. On the Kings side, LaRavia will be questionable. He was the addition they made because GG came back, so they have nowhere to go for LaRavia. Utah and the Clippers. Sexton out for Utah. Williams, KJ, and Clarkson will be questionable. Clarkson's the guy to really look at because he can put up some points for them. Bogdanovich out for LA, the newly acquired Bogdanovich Beauchamp, who came across as well in a trade. He's questionable. So you're caught up in this block. On over to Rod.
Yeah, definitely not my favorite block. A couple games in this late night slot. I'm going to pass on the Utah Clippers. That line's way too far. I don't want to lay that kind of number with the Clippers. And the Jazz, after what they went through in that game yesterday, I lean to the Jazz plus all those boatload of points, but it's just a pass for me on that one. But I'll take New Orleans plus the boatload of points you're going to give me there in that one. I don't trust Sacramento laying 7 at home to be beating anybody by that many. Give me the Pelicans plus the points in that matchup. Look at both these teams defensively. New Orleans giving up 119 a game. The Kings, and they don't play a whole lot of defense either, giving up 115 points a game, and expect them to win by 7. No thanks. Give me the Pelicans plus the points in that matchup.
There from Rod on over to Chris.
The Kings, Pelicans, I'm going to look at the over. I mean, you look what both these teams have done in their last 5 games, and both of them are giving up 50% shooting. The Pelicans are giving up 127 points. The Kings are giving up 122 points. So I think we get up and over that total. And then, stay away from that Utah Clippers game. But if I had to lean anything, it'd be the over. That total is just a little bit too low for me. So we'll take the over in both those.
And there from Chris on over to Al.
Yeah, I'm agree with Rod here, and I'll go with the Pelicans. The Kings just 8-12-3 against the spread as home favorites, and just laying a few too many points here. If they, wouldn't be surprised by an upset either, but prefer the play on the points a lot better. And as for Jordan Clarkson, I think he plays. I think they just rested him last night because they're playing today, and I think he gets the green light, and that's a huge spread. So you know what I think about those. I can't lay that number with the Clippers. So taking those two for these games.
Yeah, Pinnacle's at 16 now. Wow, that's the sharpest book in the world. Are those sharps at Pinnacle? I got to touch my head.
Must be some money line parlays. I don't know.
On over to Solo.
New Orleans and Sacramento, I think these teams get up and down. New Orleans seems to be pretty healthy. Don't really like the additions that Sacramento's made. Like you said, they coaching changes, player changes. They're still figuring things out. I think they're actually in trouble in this one. I'm going to take the Pelicans on the money line, but you guys take the points. Where we at? Clippers and the Jazz, I think these teams get up and down. I think this total goes over.
There we go. Yep, I saw that coming. I saw that coming for Solo. I saw that one coming with this money line there. Yeah, Sacramento is a team you just can't trust, and both teams in bad defensive form. As I mentioned, Pelicans about the healthiest I've seen them all season right now, entering this game against the Kings. And I agree with the over in this spot. Two teams in bad defensive form. I don't know what you're going to. You weren't going to get defense from Levine. That's for darn sure. There. I mean, I don't know what the. I still think they're going to bring in Jeff Van Gundy as a coach next season. That's what I think the Kings are going to do. But we'll see how that rolls. I like the over as well. And LA and Utah. You look at this Utah team. They shot the ball well, but 7-3 to the over on the road against winning teams. And the Clippers here are shooting the ball well, but the defense has been south. I hope this is not a repeat of what happened last year with the Clippers. Remember, around midway through the season, a total tank job after that great start to the year.
Right?
It's already shown its ugly face here. Is this what we're going to see again in the second half from the Clippers? A complete meltdown. They were battling for the first seed, and they just barely got in the playoff round, right? Yeah. So
they look old.
Oh. Yeah, they got some age on it.
Look old. Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to get some stops. I mean, like you say, they got the guys drawing it up, but they got to execute.
Yep, they got good coaching. And that proved in the first half. But man, they had a big second half wear down, and we're may see that. I like the over there with Utah and LA. Guys, mind you, we're giving you our free picks, but if you want our best bets, head on over to Tony'sPicks.com. We got leaderboards and we got great performers. A lot of them here right on the show today. So get on board with our best bets and premium plays. You can see our leaderboards are looking great here. We got Rod here, a great year. Chris, number 1 in the NBA. Solo coming off a good day. Al Nino's coming off a great day. 3-0 from Chris. Our cappers are fantastic here, guys. So get on board. You'll see the premium plays ready to go. Best bets and more. So get signed up and use our promo code TonyT at checkout, and you'll save that 15% off. All right, let's continue on as we're ready to transition over to this college card. Monster card with 153 games when you throw in the added games in there, and we look at the added ones. So let's take a look here. So I've got these written down, so I'm not losing this. All right, here are the 4 time blocks. We'll start with the first block here. Games beginning at the nooners, include the games at 3 Eastern. So there you go here from the first block of games, the nooners, and including 3 Eastern. We start with Rod.
All right, looking at the these ones here. First one I'm looking at, where is it? Give me UCF heading into Baylor. Baylor by 11? What? There's just too many. I know Baylor plays their better hoops at home, but playing a solid UCF team that can play some defense, that's just too many there for Baylor to be laying. Give me UCF plus the 11 in that matchup. Another one I like in this spot. Give me Miami. Give me the Hurricanes here. Louisville laying 18.5, eh? That's just a touch too many there for Louisville. We've seen Louisville fall off a little bit from what they were. They were hot, but they've definitely slowed up a little. And laying 18.5, yeah, too many. Give me the Hurricanes plus the 18.5 in that matchup. And then another dog I'm looking at. Where is it? It is. Before we get to the dog, give me Wisconsin. We know Iowa's soft on defense, so it's Saturday. Who doesn't love a double shot of whiskey? Give us some more whiskey. And this one, I like whiskey by 10 plus over Iowa. That defense is awful. I kind of like the over at 162.5, but either way, Wisconsin comes into Iowa and whoops them, wins by 10 plus in that matchup. And then there's my one of my teams that have been good at home. Give me Queens University as a dog. You're getting me 3. I'll take it over Lipscomb there at home. Queens will be ready to battle Lipscomb in that matchup with a home dog there. And then give me Detroit Mercy at home. You're going to give me 7. Taking on the Youngstown and the Penguins in that matchup. I think it's just too many. Youngstown's being a little bit overvalued there on the road. Give me Detroit Mercy plus the 7 in that matchup.
There from Rod. Nooners and include the 3 Eastern. On over to Chris.
Yeah, you guys know I cover SEC, so we're going to start with South Carolina, Kentucky. That's a lot of points for Kentucky, so I'm gonna take the points with South Carolina. And that I think it's at 10.5, 11 right now, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, just take the points with South Carolina. I just don't trust Kentucky in their last 5. They're 1-4 against the spread, so I'd be better with them. And then Tennessee, Oklahoma. I'm leaving that one alone, but if I had to, I'd probably lean Oklahoma with the 5.5 at home. Texas Vandy, I'm going to take Texas as an underdog in that one.
Well, there from Chris on over to Al.
Are we including the 3:30s, or is that the next slot?
That's the next slot. Yeah.
Okay. So definitely my favorite pick in this slot would be Kansas. They are just 3-4 on the road, but still just the better team here on both sides of the ball, and I think they come out and get the job done and cover for us. The other pick I like, not as crazy about the number here, slightly laying 6.5, is Florida Atlantic. Again, just a much better team. Getting, I'd much rather get in at 6. If you're getting at 6.5, I'd start letting it go. Yeah, I see it at 6. It's still at 6, so I'll take Florida Atlantic minus the 6. But again, Kansas my stronger play there in that slot.
They're from Al over to Solo.
I'm gonna look at the Oregon-Michigan State game. You know, me and Rob, we was on Oregon last week. We was trashing them. They fell out the top 24, but last game they bounced back, showed a little heart. I actually think they're gonna fight in this one too. So let's take Oregon +8 over Michigan State. I think the Spartans win the game, but I think Oregon sneaks in the back door. You know, staying on trend. I was with Rod. I had a double shot of whiskey the other day. Woke up with a headache. They took our money. I think Iowa scraps back in this one. We're gonna take this total over. I'm gonna say off the whiskey today. Let's take the total over. And I agree. Let's take Kansas to get it done. You know, let's lay -4. I know Kansas State has played pretty well at home, but Jayhawks are just a better team. They probably play defense. You also can probably look at the under.
There from Solo, kind of look. You know, Wiseman once told me when someone looks to bet against their teams, take it. Go follow them. Try tail them. Blake here of all guys says go bet against the Vols. You bet against the Vols. I like Oklahoma here plus the points. It's a shooting here, right? Sooners are just shooting the ball really well over their past 5, 48%, allowing 41%. We know Tennessee has struggled shooting that basketball. I'll look at Oklahoma in that spot. Also, I like the home team here, Creighton, laying it here against Marquette. Look at Creighton. It's been a pretty good home team. I know it's a spread play, but they're 11-1 straight up at home. And Creighton, really good shooting defensive form here over their past 5. And Marquette's not shooting well in conference, and they failed to cover 8 of 11 in the Big East. All right, let's continue here on the 26th morning show for the next block of games. Next block will be 3:30 Eastern, and we include the 5:30 Eastern time. So 3:30 and include 5:30 Eastern time. Start with Ron.
Yeah, looking at this slate of game, definitely not my favorite slot of action here in college hoops today. Looking at a couple in this spot, though. First one I'm looking at here is give me Pitt heading into North Carolina. We've seen these two teams face off once already this year, and it was a lot closer game in that matchup than the 5 indicated. Pitt got the win, but they pulled away late in that one in Pitt. So now they're a dog here in that one. Yeah, I don't see it. Give me Pitt plus the points in that matchup. And then the other one in the slate of games I'm looking at is look at that earlier time for UCLA kicking it off, but long way to come for Penn State. I like UCLA. It's starting to pick up their game and laying 11. People are looking at that. They're trying to bait you into Penn State. Don't you want Penn State at 11? No chance. Give me UCLA. They're playing some solid defense at home. Shut down that Penn State team and run them right out of their own gym in that one. What's the other one I was looking at? And then the other one I like, give me Auburn here at home. We know Florida and the Gators have been solid all season, but they're trying to bait you into giving you 9.5 there with the Gators in that one. I got Auburn by double digits in that matchup at home. Going to be going nuts. The building going to be rocking. Don't take the Gators there in that one. Bait me into the 9. Auburn double-digit blowout of the Gators in that one.
Yeah, from Rod on over to Chris.
Yeah, looking at this Texas A&M, Missouri, I'm gonna lean under just because what Missouri does at home. I mean, they hold teams about 61 points. They're scoring really well, but they're holding teams defensively really well. So take the under there, and then I agree with Rod with the Florida Auburn game. I'd lay it with Auburn, not a premium pick, but just a lean there towards Auburn.
From Chris on over to Al.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at Missouri here, 15-0 at home. What's that? I like Missouri to get the job done at home here. They've been great at home, and I think home court comes into play in that matchup. The other game I like, another small home favorite, is Jacksonville State. Probably like this one a little better. 10-0 at home. Western Kentucky just 3-7 on the road. Jacksonville State just won this matchup 73-67 last month at Western Kentucky. Now they're at home. I think they cover this number for us here.
There from Al, we move on over to Solo.
Excuse me. Texas A&M, Missouri. I think we see a little defense in the second half. I think this total goes under 144.5. I lean toward Missouri. Texas A&M has good guards. I like the coaching, but I think Missouri is at home. They're pretty strong. I agree. I think Florida's probably the most overrated team in college basketball. So let's lay it with Auburn. Florida's a joke. Excuse me. And let's lay it with Houston. Let's go Houston minus the 14. I think they bounce back. I know Colorado has played well the last couple of games, but Houston's back at home. I think that had a crowd behind them. I think they'll make some shots. Let's take the Cougars to get back on.
So the one I like in this slot here will be UCLA and Penn State to go under. We know UCLA really defends very well for Cronin at home, and Penn State just can't shoot the basketball. That's really what it comes down to. Penn State can't shoot. Very poor offensive team. I look for the under in that one. Nittany Lions 9-1 to the under away from home this season. Bruins 8-5 the under at home. I like the under in that one. Penn State and UCLA. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show as we get ready here for the next block of games. In this block, we'll cover the games beginning at 6 p.m. Eastern time and include the 8:30 Eastern time. So 6 Eastern, include 8:30 Eastern time. We start with Rob.
All right, looking at the slate of the game, 6:30 Eastern to 8:30. I think there's including the 6:30 Eastern?
6 Eastern, including 8:30 Eastern. Yes, 6:30 Eastern.
6 to 8:30. Oh, okay, yeah. My bad. 6 to 8:30. Really, only one in this spot that I really. There's a couple that I like. You know me, I like Clemson here at home. Solid spot. Going to be a battle. Versus Duke in that matchup. So yeah, give me Clemson here, Little John, to keep it close. I don't know if they can outright Duke there in that one, but definitely going to be a battle, and I'll take Clemson with the points in that matchup. And then the other one, you look at the Gophers at home here; they're not good. Illinois hasn't been the greatest on the road covering, but here in this one, they're going to whoop it up on the Gophers. Gophers are ass. Illinois is going to dominate the Gophers right from the opening tip-off and win by double digits. Take Illinois in that one. You look, the Gophers just barely got by Penn State, and as Tony alluded to, Penn State can't shoot. This Illinois team can shoot. The last time
how was Penn State favored by 7 in that? I still
still floors me in that one. Absolutely crazy in that matchup. But Illinois, I believe the last time they faced, they put 102 on the Gophers in that matchup. So Gophers in trouble. Illinois big in that one, double digit blowout.
There you go from Rod on over to Chris.
Looking at this Mississippi State Georgia game, I think we get under the 142. Georgia plays really good defense at home, so I'd take the under in that one. Alabama Arkansas, did the video on the YouTube channel for it. You're giving me 4 points, or Alabama just has to beat them by 4 points. I'll take Alabama all day on the road and against conference. And then Ole Miss and LSU. I think we'll just get over that total there. We just take the over in the Ole Miss there.
There from Chris on over to Al.
Yeah, really agreeing with Rod here. I like Illinois to really get the job done here. And smaller lean to Clemson. Illinois is the one I like better of the two there. And to throw another one in there, I like Sacred Heart to get the job done on the road here. I just think they're laying a pretty decent number on the road. Not great on the road, just 3-8, but they're coming in on four straight wins, and I think they keep rolling the spot.
There from Al on over to Solo.
Let's look at Mississippi State and Georgia. I think this is going to be a scrappy matchup right here. I think these teams scratch and crawl. Mike White, I'm very familiar with him since his days at Louisiana Tech. You know, he's a recruiter, but he's a trash coach. I think Mississippi State's going to get him on the money line. Let's take the Bulldogs. And I'm going to lay it with Duke. They're up to 16-17 in the road. This team is strong. I know they're on the road at Clemson. Clemson plays well, but when I saw Clemson play Georgia Tech the other day, I saw some things. I think these guards from Duke will have success getting to the rack. Actually, I like Duke to win by 10+.
Yeah, from Solo, tell you what I think about these games here. I'm going to look here at Arkansas here plus the points. Crimson Tide away from home, allowing 44% shooting, but at home, the Razorbacks have shot the ball well and defended well. Give me the Beaches. I think it's a little too many points here against Northridge. I'm not a big fan of this Northridge program. But give me the Beach here to cover that 11 is 11 and a half right now. It's gotten a little out of whack here for me. Yeah, there. I'll look at them. And as Ron says, Little John, you don't go against Clemson, so I'll look at Clemson plus the points in that one. As Clemson put up some pretty good offensive numbers this year. And when you look at the Tigers here, second effective field goal shooting, 38% from three. They make their free throws at 81%. They do force turnovers and defend the three-point line well there. So with this Clemson team. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we'll close out college hoops with the games beginning at 9 Eastern time all the way to the final game, which is a good one, Texas Tech and Arizona there, as well as Northwestern Washington. So we go all the way from 9 Eastern to the final game to 10:30 Eastern. We start with Rod.
Yeah, speaking of that Northwestern Washington, I'm going to take Northwestern on the money line. I think they are the better team in that matchup, and coming in as a road dog, I think they beat the Huskies outright in that one. Give me Northwestern on the money line there. And then what I'm looking forward to, this should be a good game. The Tritons taking on UC Irvine and the Anteaters, and this is going to be a good one. It's a 1-point favorite for the Tritons in that matchup. But give me the Irvine Anteaters in that one. I'm going to take the Anteaters on the money line. I think they beat the Tritons in that matchup. They're at home. So in a
That's
game
a
that's
funny
going to
line. That's a funny line. He would think
It is, right?
Irvine's the best team in the Big West.
It is, yeah. So give me Irvine in that one. It looks like they I don't know. It's a 1-point difference there in that one. I think that comes right down to the wire. It's going to be a good game. So, but I'll take the Anteaters on the money line in that one.
They're from Rod on over to Chris.
The only one I'm looking at here in this one, I guess it's if I had to go outside of the SEC, I just go St. Mary's, Oregon State, and just lean to take the 4. I think we're getting 4.5. If I'm not mistaken, if we looked where the line's at on that one, but take Oregon State there with the points. That'd just be a lean.
They're from Chris on over to Al.
Yeah, again, not the strongest play for me. This was not my favorite, but I'm leaning the other way here with St. Mary's. 6-1 on the road, so they've traveled pretty well. Oregon State's been great at home too, but again, I think this is a tough matchup for them, and I think St. Mary's is the better team. And as long as they control the boards, I think they can cover this number for us.
From Al on over to Solo.
Texas Tech and Arizona. Texas Tech really doesn't shoot the ball well, but they got good guards. They got good size. They play hard. They're well coached. I think they find a way to come in and get it down on the money line. Sign me up with the Red Raiders.
Red Raiders from Solo. Tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm going to look as well as Oregon State here. Gales away from home, 45% shooting. But, man, Oregon State at home, 14-1 straight up, where they shoot 52%, allow less than 40%. And, man, their offensive numbers in the WCC, very impressive here. 37% from 3, 59% from 2 for this Oregon State team. They also make their free throws. Give me the points there with Oregon State. All right, let's continue here on the 26 Morning Show. So we'll switch over to hockey. But this is the time we see what Solo has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Solo's put together impressive numbers here from the NBA years, and we'll put up the numbers here for Solo. We'll see here 463 units of profit last 7 days in NBA. Solo, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
We light right now so far. It's a huge card, but I got 3 plays loaded up. I got a best bet. I got a 3-pack. I'm actually all in the NBA. I got 1 or 2 college lines that I need to jump on, add some last-minute steam. So, that'll go out to all the subscribers. So sign with me short-term, long-term, ready to make some money. We're starting to see the board pretty well. We're heating up in NBA. We're going to walk some of these guys down. Stay tuned. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it, you guys. Got up with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Come up with a good day yesterday. Great results in the NBA. And you can see Solo's got a 3-pack up there right now. NBA 3-packs. Got a guaranteed best bet in the NBA. So get on board with Solo over at Tony's Picks. Remember, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or purchase will be credit to account for site credits. That is profit guaranteed. Don't forget that promo code TonyT. Check out. We'll knock off that 15% off. Right. So it's always great having you show. Do the great work, and we'll catch up with you later.
Appreciate it, Tony. Appreciate everybody. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Good luck, chat. Don't forget to get the money.
There you go. Solo here on the Tony More Show. Now it's ready to turn our attention over to the NHL tonight, as we'll got a big card. So we're going to start here. Let's start with the matinee games. We got a couple here in matinee action. We'll cover in this slot the 1s to the 337s, 107 to 337 here in the matinee window. Hockey Club and Hurricanes. We got Hurricanes 221 total 5.5. Lightning and Red Wings. Lightning here $1.37 total 6. Devils and Canadiens. Devils $1.50 total 6. Golden Knights at Bruins. The Knights here, $1.52, total 5.5. We're covering the matinees in this block. Start with Rod.
Yeah, look at these games in this slot. I'm looking at Montreal here in this spot. The Devils still without their goalie. Looks like Allen's going to get the start. He's definitely been working a lot more than he's had to. Markstrom probably won't be back until March sometime. So Montreal at home. I'll take Montreal at home here. The crowd will be going absolutely nuts here in this early game in Montreal. So I'm going to take the dog and the plus price there in that one with Montreal. I like the under Utah, Carolina in that other one. It's at 5.5. I don't see 5.5 goals being scored in that one. The last game, Utah got 3. They haven't been lighting the lamp and scoring a whole lot of goals. And we know this Carolina team plays a solid defensive game of hockey. You look at Utah, 31-19 to the under. Carolina, 30-21 to the under. Give me the under 5.5 in that matchup.
Yeah, from Ron, move on over to Al. We're covering the matinees.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're including the 3:30 game, right?
Yeah, 3:30 game. Yep.
So yeah, I'm gonna look at another home dog here. Don't disagree with Rod's home dog, but I'll take a shot with the Bruins here. Believe it or not, they haven't been playing their best hockey this season. Haven't looked good at all. Vegas definitely having a better season than Boston is, but still 7-3 in their last 10 against Vegas. Here they won their last matchup, and I think just getting some value on the team that's underperformed on the season. So I'm gonna take a shot with the Bruins. Not a premium play or a super strong play by any means, but just leaning that way. And what should be a great matchup.
Watch for Samsonov because there's a chance because Hill played last game and it was a revenge for the Vegas Knights in that one. So it's like if I see Samsonov, I'm with you.
He's expected so far, yeah. So
yeah, he's expected. So if I see him started and confirmed, yeah, I'm with you. I leave Boston there as well. Like it, Dogs 4-1 in the Knights' last 5 games as well. So
they're from Al. Let's continue here on the Tony Nixon Morning Show as we get ready to continue the next block. This block we're covering just the 707s. Just the 707s in this block. We've got Flyers hosting the Penguins. The Flyers $1.43, total 6. Blackhawks and Blues. Blues $2.40, total 5.5. Rangers and Blue Jackets. Here we got the Rangers $1.40 on the road, total of 6. Senators and Panthers. Panthers $1.76, total 5.5. Maple Leafs and Canucks. Maple Leafs $1.34, total of 5.5. We start with Rod.
yeah, look at these games in this matchup for me here. You went all the way to the 7 p.m. Eastern runs, right?
Just the 707s. Yep, just the 707s.
Yeah, perfect. So I'm looking at the Columbus Blue Jackets here on the money line. They've been playing their better hockey at home. Rangers second half of the back-to-back, and you got to deal with Jonathan Quick, and Quick hasn't been so quick this year. He's definitely not worth the laying the price of minus 50. That's for sure. No chance. He hasn't been good this year for the Rangers. So give me the Columbus Blue Jackets in that matchup, and then. Another one I'm looking at here is if you trust the Pittsburgh Penguins, well, they got a win yesterday. Now they're on the back-to-back and having to head into Philadelphia and try to get a win. No chance. I like the goalie matchup there. Urson in goal for the Flyers in that one going against Bloomquist. Bloomquist has got a 3.58 goals against average so far this season. He hasn't been good for Pittsburgh. And the second half of back-to-back, I'm going to take the Flyers on the puck line to beat up on the Penguins in that matchup.
Yeah, from Ron on over to El Ninos to 707s.
yeah, I'm a bang heads with Rod here again. Not a super strong play because, as you said, it's a terrible spot for Pittsburgh on the road on the back-to-back. But they're banged up too without Crosby and Malkin's out. But still, I'm just gonna take a small shot with the Penguins here. I mean, they've been terrible this season. Philadelphia not that much better, but again, Pittsburgh just way underperforming on the season and yeah, missing some star power here. So gonna be a tough one, but I'll take a small shot on the Penguins.
Yeah, from Al Nias, as I continue here on the Tony Morning Show, as I'm ready to close out hockey, we'll close it out here with the games going off at 8:07 all the way to the final game 10:37. So in this block, we'll have Maple Leafs and Canucks. We've got the Maple Leafs $1.34, total 5.5. Sabres at Nashville. We've got Nashville $1.30, total 6.5. Islanders and Wild $1.50, total 5.5. Kraken and Flames. We got the Flames, $1.29, total 5.5. Stars and Sharks. Stars, $2.55, total of 6. Ducks and Kings. Kings, the back-to-back team, but they're $2.41 here, total 5.5. We start with Rod.
Yeah, if you want to keep betting the Nashville Predators and lose the money, go ahead. They keep favoring them in favorites like they're good or something. They're ass, complete ass. If you just want to keep jumping on the Nashville Predators, go ahead, because all they've done is lose you a whole pile of money. The worst team in the NHL to lose people money this year is the Nashville Predators. Stop betting them. I'm telling you. Stop betting them. The only time that they've actually won a game was they beat the Sharks. Other than that, what are they on? This massive losing streak. Give me Buffalo and the big plus price here in this one. That's just silly. If you expect that the Nashville Predators are going to come in and win this game, no chance. Take Buffalo in the big plus price. It was a plus 125 we see because people are betting Buffalo. Nashville? What the heck, man? You got stink. Stamkos didn't even get a woof in that thing. Birthday or not, he was too busy drinking, and so was Riley with them. Both of them were all drunk before the game even started. This Nashville team is just, I don't know what you're going to do with it, but guess what? It's time to blow it up. You tried to run it back. You tried to add some pieces. Guess what? You guys stink. I thought you guys were better than that. Not good at all. Okay, I'm done with the rant on the Nashville Predators. They are ass. Worst team in the NHL, I'm telling you. I like the Blackhawks. They've won people money more than the Nashville Predators have in that one. So looking at one more here. Give me the San Jose Sharks. They haven't been great. Celebrated just missed that goal in overtime. And now you got the Dallas Stars here in the second half of a back-to-back here in this one. So we're going to see, looks like the Smith for Dallas in that matchup. The Smith isn't good. There's a pass off from the Pittsburgh Penguins. So don't get me going to the Pittsburgh Penguins too. So give me the San Jose Sharks at double our money in that one. I think they beat up on the Smith and company there. And San Jose gets a win.
Yeah, from Rod on back over. Elnia is closing out hockey.
Yeah, I gotta strongly agree with Rod. As a matter of fact, this should probably be a premium pick. I'm not quite there yet with it. I mean, I don't think Nashville's gonna lose forever. I do think, as you said, they added some pieces. They do have some good players on this roster. But yeah, just not putting it together right now. And I gotta take a shot on Buffalo in this one. My big dog, though, I'm gonna go with the Ducks here. Again, the Kings on the back-to-back. You know, it's not much of a road trip for Anaheim here, so getting the big plus money. They've been playing some decent hockey. Obviously, they're outmatched on paper, but I think it's a decent spot to take a shot on the big plus money here.
Yeah, Kings a little loose with that defense yesterday, but they got bailed out with the offense.
Yeah, I was on the wrong side of that one. I mean, it's a tough one. That rounded up my day yesterday, too. I was on Dallas, and yeah, tough loss there, but, you know, it happens.
Yeah, well, you kind of got away with the goalie interference. They gave you some life in overtime because the King they took away a goal for the Kings in the overtime. Blake was in the crease, and then of course it went to shootout. And Fiala has just been on another level there for this Kings right now. When he's on, man, look out for the LA team there. All right, then. But now you got Doughty getting back into shape. So keep an eye there. All right, we got you through the hockey segment here. Now it's time to move to our parlay segment, see what the Cappers have going on with our parlays. And peripheral segment, they can give us a parlay. They can give us a team player prop. Game of the future. They make the call. We start with Rod.
And for me, we're going to take OKC on the money line. We're going to take Illinois and lay the points. And we're going to take Northwestern on the money line. Little three-teamer for you today.
Yeah, from Rod, move on over to Chris.
Yeah, I'm going to take this all NBA. Take Houston with the points, Portland with the points, and the Knicks with the points. Don't know that we trust our birthday goal scorer for today, Brendan Smith, apparently with the Dallas Stars. He hasn't scored a goal all season. Tread lightly, plus 1,200. So, anyway, huh?
Is he even playing?
It says active on DraftKings where I found the odd, but I don't know. I don't know anything about hockey. I just look up whose birthday it is for you guys, and
I don't even know who that is. I kind of so I'm telling
yes, I'll probably take
Probably a fourth liner, maybe a
fourth liner.
I'm just here with the information as far as birthdays. It's kind of it's my contribution to NHL. So
I know. I get it. Don't do it. Telling you.
Right. Just happy
Go do
birthday,
it.
Brendan. Yeah.
Happy birthday to the guy. Happy birthday to
Maybe the
hockey
fourth
guy.
liners.
Congratulations.
Maybe they'll give the fourth liner an extra line shift
No.
today. No, they're not. Fourth liner's not going to
I
get the
think
extra line
I'm
shift.
not gonna have to dig because what was his name again?
Brendan Smith. It said he was with the New York Rangers, but when I found him, he was with the Dallas Stars. So I had to do a little bit of digging there when you guys were
might be in
talking.
the
And,
AHL. Let me look.
so
Go ahead.
Anyway,
Let's go on over to El Nidos with the parlay peripheral segment.
I'll go with the Timberwolves first quarter though. So I got the Blazers on the full game. Can't remind you that one. And I'll go with I'll take all the points with the Jazz, and I'll take the Sabres.
They're from El Nidos. I like the over Pelicans Kings, over in Jazz Clippers, and give me the under in Penn State and UCLA. All right, we got to the peripheral segment. Rod's doing the research on that hockey player from Dallas.
Yeah, he scored. He's played in 23 games this year, and he has 0 goals.
yeah.
He's due. He's due.
Yeah, I
Go.
guess. He's a -3. He doesn't play on the power play. He doesn't even play on the penalty kill. Let's see, what was his last game? In his last game, how many shots is he getting? His last game he played. So he did play with the Kings. He had 15 shifts. He played 12 minutes, and he had no shots. 0 shots on goal.
At least he plays.
He's averaging 1 shot a game. So 1 shot. His last game before that, he played the Canucks. He played 13 shifts, 9 minutes. So he's averaging about 7 minutes a game. You better be getting at least plus 2,000 for him to be hitting the goal.
There you go. Look for that. Look for it.
What's the price on him? You better be getting at least 15 times.
Plus 1,200 for any time, plus 4,500 for first, which we definitely it's not gonna be the first. But
hey, you never know,
Connor
right?
McDavid got the first goal. Remember,
okay, I'm gonna put $10 on it just because I so bad that he probably will score just because.
Hey, maybe in a back-to-back, maybe the fourth liners get more time. In a back-to-back, Rod, maybe the fourth liners will get.
He
more
might
time.
get a little more ice, but he exceeded his ice time last game because he had to go to overtime. So we'll see.
There you go. I like her. I like the way she thinks.
One shot, one kill, right? One shot, one kill. Let's say he gets 1 shot to get it in there. Come on, Brandon Smith. It's your birthday. You got to get a second.
A shot for the whole year.
There you go. But again, more ice time. It's the fourth game. But then again, sometimes they sit down guys and they bring a guy. Right? They get the little sit down list. Right in hockey, they got that list right where they DNP. They got DNP in hockey, right, where they have extra guys just in case of injuries, and some of them play, some of them don't. What do they call that?
They always carry a couple extra scared. Like what they do is you're a healthy scratch, as they call
healthy
it.
Scratch. Yeah.
You're a healthy scratch.
Basically, that's another word.
You get to see the press box. Yeah, you get to see the press box. You get to watch the game.
3 guys.
Some teams just use the Zamboni driver.
That's the doghouse. That's the doghouse.
usually
a healthy scratch. That's what I'm saying. You're the coach's doghouse.
So in hockey, right? Because the press box area is always way up high, and usually you got to walk up these stairs, and it's a rickety stairs sometimes in some of these older arenas, and it's you should see the Saddle Dome one. Ooh, that's a scary proposition. You're on the roof basically. You're up as high as you can go in a lot of these old arenas, especially.
That's gotta be embarrassing. That's gotta be.
And that's where they put you way up top. There you go.
You're a healthy scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah, the piece of scratch. You're on the piece of scratch there. That's what they're gonna call it. Oh my God, that's rough. Yeah, they do that in hockey, man. They show the healthy scratch. Sometimes those guys get camera time on TV. Oh, there's your health, and they put them on camera. It's even worse. All right, let's continue here. We got you through the parlay segment. So let's see what the cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Remember, we're giving you our free picks, but our best bets are over at Tony'sPicks.com. So let's see what Rod has for sale. Rod's put together a great year document here at Tony'sPicks.com. You know, it's at 1,991 units of profit over at Tony's Picks. Rod, what you got for sale?
And for me, over at Tony's Picks today, I've got a college basketball 5-pack. Absolutely love that 5-pack. And then I've got I have an NBA 3-pack. I also have my NHL sniper play, my NBA drop a dime play. Those are sold individually. But the best way to go is to jump aboard something long term. Yeah, I have been ice cold. Definitely had a great start. Slowed down a little bit, but we're still in the green on the season. I believe in all sports. So definitely haven't completely fallen off the cliff, so expect the heater loading today. Love those games, so jump aboard. Take advantage of that 2-for-1 capper promotional as well, and pair me up with another hot capper here at Tony's Picks, and let's put some money in your pocket. Hit the link, head on over, and use the code Tony T at checkout. Save 15% off. Let's have a big day today. Big bounce back day after my rough week.
Big bounce back day here from Rod over at Tony's Picks. You can see the great results here there from Rod for the year. And of course, he's got you covered in all the sports with an NBA slam dunk, college basketball 5-pack up there, a Super Bowl pick up there for you, and a sniper. So he's got you covered. And instead of buying all these plays individually, you may consider long-term passes instead of paying per pick. You get the full-blown here with the all premium access, including late steam plays as well. And all long-term purchases include late steam. We allow our cappers to post plays throughout the day and night. We get our members plays in by 11 a.m. Eastern time, but then we can continue handicapping. If we find those late steam plays and we put them in between 10 minutes and 2 hours before game time, those are emailed directly to your inbox using the email that you used when you signed up for the service. That's the late steam feature. So get on board here with Rod over at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's take a look, see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks. Chris hitting the leaderboard here for the year. Also the #1 unit producer in the NBA, approaching 2,000 units of profit in the NBA. Fantastic work here from Chris. We're here for 2025. We'll see what Chris has for sale over at Tony's Picks.
Yeah, so I've got a 3-pack in the NBA today, and then I've got a 3-pack in the SEC college basketball today. Wrap those both up in a little package for you for one price for all of them. And then, we got a lot of stuff going on today, tomorrow with the Super Bowl. Got a couple games in the NBA, so I'll be covering those as well. Get on something long-term, get you that late steam in case line moves with injuries and things of that nature. I keep up with that all day. And just make sure on all my stuff that use the promo code Tony T, check out, save you 15%. And then pair me up 2-for-1 capper, man. You can't go wrong with that. 2 people putting money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. So definitely hop on something there. And then, just something 3-day usually works for the weekend really well. 7-day, get you all my plays. We're ramping up with college basketball and more NBA as we head into the All-Star break here. We're just going to keep trying to push out the good numbers in the NBA here.
Yeah, good. Chris doing great work here over at Tony's. So you see the results here for the NBA, 1,959 units of profit for 2025 document. Chris on board here with NBA 3-pack, a best bet from the NBA, also action with college hoops. So get on board. Of course, that promo code Tony T at checkout will save that 15% off. And remember, all the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit or amount purchase will be credited back to your account for site credits. That is profit guarantee. Of course, remember that promo code Tony T at checkout, knock off that 15% off. All right, let's take a look here. Let's see what Al Nino's here has on board here. Come off a good NBA day yesterday for Al. Al, what you got for sale over at Tony's Picks?
Got my best bet in the NBA, got my best bet in the NHL, and a 3-pack in the NBA, which does not include the best bet. So if you want to check that out, definitely I got one of those 3 that I'm definitely starting to like, probably even better than my best bet though. So definitely a good time to jump on one of those long-term or 2-for-1 capper passes where you'll find an extra NHL play as well as should be at least one steam play in the NBA today. So quite a bit of action in the NBA and NHL, so a great time for a long-term and 2-for-1 capper pass. Of course, those will include the Super Bowl picks for tomorrow as well, so make sure you check one of those out.
That's right. Al Nino's lock and loaded here for this Saturday card with his alley-oop play up there. Also a 3-pack from NBA, and he's in there with his NHL power play. So get on board all at one-day passes, or instead of buying them individually, you could pick up those long-term passes. And remember, the promo code Tony T at checkout will save you that 15% off. Long-term passes do include those late steam plays that are emailed directly to you late in the betting cycle. All right. I got stud mine. I just missed it by the hook with my NBA best bet, but still impressive numbers in the NBA this year. Got an NBA best bet on the board. Also a 3-pack up there, mixing NBA with my college. So get on board with me over at Tony'sPicks.com. You can also get my 3-day pass, which will include all the hoops for the today and hoops tomorrow, and my Super Bowl pick, and we get into Monday as well. So long-term pass is the way to go. That promo code Tony T at checkout will save you that 15% off. All right, we're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time with our Tony Six Morning Show. So guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so you're notified when we're live on with the show. If you happen to miss the show, well, just go to our YouTube channel, and it's archived on our live tab. So hit the live tab, watch the replay. If you need help with the late games, we got a big card today. You can just go back and watch the replay as well if we've already been through one viewing. So don't forget that. And of course, not only do we have our live stream, and not only do we have our best bets at TonySix.com, but we also have on-demand content. We go a little more deeper dives in the games. I've got lots of content up there with NBA college hoops today. Of course, we'll see what Rod's got over on the Tony Speaks YouTube channel and your plans for the rest of the week.
Yeah, for me over there, I've got you covered on every hockey game going. So if I missed a game we didn't cover here, definitely go check it out. Those are archived, all the hockey games covered. And then I got college basketball, little 3-team parlay. Absolutely love that parlay. Definitely go check that out. It's archived. And going forward, we get you covered. We only got 2 hockey left tomorrow, and then we get a big break on the hockey. So be on the lookout. I'll start shooting some more college basketball during that NHL break, because only 2 tomorrow, and then we're off for 12 days, 13 days. We don't return until February 22nd on the ice. So I'm going to enjoy the little bit of a break on the ice and deep dive some college basketball and get ready for March Madness. So kind of excited for having a little bit of a break there. That 4 Nations, I'm telling you, I probably won't tune into it all. It just doesn't. Yeah,
doesn't appeal.
It's a fluff piece. Nah, it's a fluff piece for the NHL. It's trying to. I'm going to call it the equivalent of the in-game tournament in the NBA for the NHL. It's like, it is what it is.
Money grab. Well, maybe they figure maybe they'll play harder for your country than your conference team.
Yeah, exactly. I'd rather see these guys in the Olympics than and playing much more exciting there than the 4 Nations they just made up here. It's like, it's some hockey to tune into, and you have some best guys there. But what happens if one of those guys that are in the 4 Nations all of a sudden they get injured? How is that going to be on the NHL's PA, right? Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
you need some healthy stretch guys in town. You got to find some healthy stretch guys.
That's the big thing. These are all the stars that are going to play in this 4 Nations. So it's going to be fun to watch some hockey, but how intense are these guys going to play?
We know that.
Focused than they're focused on the Stanley Cup, not this point.
Yeah, it's like a workout. What it is.
Yeah. So don't expect 150% effort from these stars in this 4 Nations Cup. So when you do bet lightly, because I'm telling you, it's
all right.
Not going to be what you think it's going to be.
There you go from Ron. Chris, what you got over on the Tony Hicks YouTube channel on demand? Your plans for the rest of the week?
I got you guys a video from the NBA. Like I said earlier, Boston, New York, covered that a little bit deeper. And then I've got you an SEC college basketball video today. And then tomorrow, I think we got 3 NBA right before the Super Bowl kicks off. So I'll be covering those as well, doing videos on those. And I just keep pumping out the NBA information all week.
That's right. And of course, Al, have a video series over at Tony's Picks where you look for 3 underdogs. You've been focusing more on NBA of late.
Trying to, as Rod mentioned, with that little break in the NHL, have some even more time to focus on the NBA. But coming off a 3-0 day, I think 2 upsets. Were they all outright upsets? Anyways, we went 3-0 against the spread, which is what we pick on that video. So make sure you tune into today's video. You'll get another 3 dogs at the NBA against the spread.
It's been hot on that video series, guys. So check it out over on our Tony's Picks YouTube channel, where we've got lots of great content up there. And of course, you guys can check out our live replay up there. I always said I got to remember to get that page up here. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, we'll get a chance to get the page up there. But yeah, lots of great content over on our YouTube channel, as guys. So make sure you check it out there at Tony's Picks. Let me share this tab instead. Let's see. Let me go. I think I can share it finally. Here we go. Let's share the tab. Here we go. Let's show you guys how to navigate through the Tony's Picks YouTube channel there. You can see I've got the compilations, but if you ever want to check out our live show, just hit the live tab and you can see our live replay. If you want to see yesterday's happy hour, we see Rod up there with his guest on the happy hour yesterday. And of course, you guys check us out here on the YouTube channel. A lot of video content up there. We hit the videos there. You can see Al's got his latest stuff here. Al's stuff. We got some of my stuff up there. You see Chris coming in with the Celtics, Knicks, Alabama, Arkansas. You scroll down some more. You can see I got some college hoops up there. Damien coming in with the play. We got also Kevin Thomas in there. We got Ron Crawford in there with a couple of games, SEC. And then we got the Rod's hockey. You can see here we got all the hockey games covered with Rod. So go back and check out these videos. Hey, Rod also snuck in a parlay for you here from College Hoops. So check that out there on our Tony Speaks YouTube channel there. Lots of, look at how much who's putting this, look at this great content we got on our channel. My goodness, you guys just, if you haven't already, you need to start subscribing to this thing. All right, so you can see lots of great content, guys. Get that parlay, 3-team parlay from Rod there from College Hoops there. So we got you covered here on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. I'm glad I remembered to do that. So you guys how to navigate through. All right. That's going to do it here for the show. We're back again tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you guys tune in, like, and subscribe. Appreciate that. All right. Before we go, anybody have anything in closing before we go?
Let me try to redo the birthday thing here and maybe save myself here. It's actually Klay Thompson. It's his birthday today, so we're going to take him over 16.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He may be one of Dallas's only hopes here. I know Anthony Davis is playing, but it's Klay Thompson's birthday, so maybe that's a little bit of redemption there from the terrible NHL birthday I gave you guys. So anyway, Klay Thompson birthday, PRA over.
I thought
Believe
you
it or
found
not,
us a hockey player named Klay Thompson there for a second.
I know. It's interesting you mentioned that because Klay Thompson may benefit more from this trade than we think. Because now you got an inside threat. What does that mean? He'll get more open looks from the three.
Yeah, he's a killer from the three usually when he gets hot. If he's not, then if he's off, then he's definitely off all game. But once he gets hot, you got to be careful with Klay from the three. So
because that ball gets into the paint with Anthony Davis, we know we can close. So that may present some opening the wing shooters here. And Klay Thomas going to get his spot. Keep an eye there with Klay. That's a good point there. All right, that's going to do it here for the 26 Morning Show. We're back tomorrow. We'll wake up, guys. You guys make it a winning Saturday. We'll catch up with you tomorrow here on the 26 Morning Show.